Hello everyone. So Shruti Mishra here from TCET Shastra. Today I will be making editorial on string pair for contest number 6A. Let's see what the problem is. So here, Vaishnav was interviewing for a software engineering position at a well-known technology company. The interviewer asked him to solve a problem. The problem is as below. Given an array of string word, find the number of pairs whether the strings are equal or one string starts with another. Find the number of such pair. Let's see how we can help Vaishnav to solve the problem. The first line of the input is a single integer representing the number of test cases. Each test case consists of two lines of things. One is integer and the length of the array. Second line has test cases containing array of string. So let's see what's the sample input and output. So here is the sample input and output. Let me take my pen. So 3 is the number of test cases. 7 and yes, here we are taking 7 as the length, the integer that we got to know. Now, backdoor, gammon, backgammon, come back, come door. These are the is the array of string. So let's see with the dry run how we can go with the problem. So I have taken example of backdoor, come back, and come. Now let's see how we are going. Let me first show you all the code. So here, this is a normal thing that we do every time. We are taking the test cases. We are having a while loop to iterate over the test cases. Then we are taking integer. That is what is the size of the array of strings. Then we are making a vector string sn. Then we are running a for loop for taking the input. And here we are making a help function. Now let's see what the help function is. Here we will be taking vector string st and integer from the user. Then we will run a for loop I is equal to 0 till I n minus 1. Then j is equal to I plus 1, j less than n. Now let's see what does this mean. Here I is back and j is backdoor. We are not taking j from 0 because if we take it, we will further face a problem of having double answers for the same thing after the for loop is completed. So instead, we have to do it. We always take I from 0 and j from the next element, that is I plus 1. So let's see. Here the for loop I is 0 and j is 1, as I said, I plus 1, and answer is 0 for now. Now, if s of st of I is equal to st of g, then c plus plus. What does that mean? Si has back and sj has backdoor. The length of the back is 4 and length of backdoor is 8, right? Is this same? No, it is not. So we will enter the next condition, that is else if condition. Now, is the size of st greater than st of j? Let's see if it is so. Here we can see yes, s of j length is greater than s of I, right? So this condition is not successful. We will enter the next and the last else if condition. And yes, the condition is satisfied. Then we will store the size of s of I in int k. And now you all will be thinking, why s of I size, why not s of j size? Because we want the size of the smallest string, right? So that we can extract the string size of the smallest string, then we can compare it with the biggest string, and then we can increment the counter as we have to do it, right? Let's see. So s of j substring. Substring is a C++ STL function. You can go through it from Geeks for Geeks or tutorial point. 0 to 4. This is that, as we can see, s of j dot substring. Now we can see here s of j is from 0 to 4, right? We can see from 0 to 4 it is back, and s of I is also back, right? So it is same. So we will increment our counter, right? Then we will go to next thing, right? I will be fixed to back only and j will increment and it will come to come back, right? We can see again s of I is equal to back, that is of length 4. S of j is equal to come back, that is of length 8. Now we can again see that s of j is greater in size as of s of I. So we will again take the substring, that is come from the comeback, and compare if it is same as back. No, it is not. So answer will not get incremented. It will be is equal to 1 only. Then again I is equal to 0, j is equal to 3, answer is equal to 1. As of now, we will see here s of I is back, the length is 4. S of j is equal to come, the length is 4. Both are not same, even though the length is same, still our answer is 1. Now the for loop breaks, right? The entire for loop breaks and we will increment the I to 1 and j is equal to 2 as j is equal to I plus 1. So now our I will be at back door and j will be at comeback. Now let's see, back door is also 8, comeback is also 8, right? But both are not same. After extracting the substring of come and back are not same, so answer is still 1. Let's go to next, j is equal to 3, backdoor length is 8, come length is 4. And now s of i's length is greater than s of j, right? So we will store the size of st of j in k and we will take substring of I from 0 to 4, that is back. We will compare, is back and come same? No, it is not. Answer is still 1. Then the for loop breaks, right? We will go to the next, come back now. I is equal to 2, j is equal to 3, right? And s of I is equal to come back, that is 8. S of j is equal to come is equal to 4. Now we can see s of j is again smaller than s of I. We will implement the same thing. The first else if condition, we will get the substring of s of I, that is come and come same? Yes, it is. So we will increment the counter and answer is now is equal to 2. Now next, I is equal to 2, j is equal to 3, right? So I have written this part again by mistakenly. Now, as the answer is equal to 2 and I is at 2 at comeback and j is at come, our entire array of string ends, I is equal to 3 and loop is break and answer is equal to 2 is returned to the user. So this is how the whole problem is tackled. Let me show you the code of the same. Let me go through it fast. Int main, we will have the main function int main. We will take the test cases, we will iterate over the test cases, then we will take the length of the array of string, then we will make a vector of string type, right? Then we will have a for loop for taking the entire thing, that is back, come back, back door, and then we will put it in s of I, right? Then we will call the function help, and in help we are giving s and n, that is the string, vector of string, and n, that is the integer, right, the length. Now we will have c is equal to 0. C is the counter variable. You can keep at c as c or answer, that does not matter. This is the help function. Now we will have a for loop for this. This is a for loop for I is equal to 0. It will go till n minus 1. J1 will start from I plus 1 and go till j less than n. We are not taking j is equal to 0. Why? Because we will get the same answer again when the loop ends. It will come at the same point and our counter variable will increase, that won't give us the right answer. So we do like, we compare as I is equal to 0 and j I plus 1. So we will see, are both the strings same? If it is so, we will directly increment the counter. If it is not like that, we have two else if condition. If the size of I is greater than j, then we will follow this thing. We will put the size of the j part, that is smaller, in k, and we will take the substring from the I and compare. If both are same, then we will increment the counter. If not, then not. And if the size of j is greater than s of I, then the same process is repeated, but this time we will store the length of I and we'll take the substring of j. This was the entire problem. I hope I have made myself clear. Let's just run the code. Okay guys, so it is taking a little time for processing, but the answer is correct. So I hope I made myself clear through this video. If still you guys have any problem, please comment down in the comment box below. I would try to help you. Thank you so much.